Rick Peterson hangs with us, the Mets pitching coach. And Rick, let's talk about spring training. You know, we're just over 3 weeks away, and I think a lot of people would love to know what you do to get guys ready. You go down; these guys have been in the off season for a few months. What's your role, and how do you interact with guys when you go down to get them on track and get them going?
Well, to start off with, you take each individual pitcher that we had last year, and you look inside the numbers and look if there's any incremental ways that they can make some kind of significant improvements. For example, maybe throwing a certain pitch at a 1-1 count, which has a critical impact on on-base percentage, because once that 1-1 count is a strike, the on-base percentage at the 1-2 count from that time on is 220 in Major League Baseball,
which is phenomenal.
Quite a contrast. So, you know, maybe pitch selections now with Brian Snyder on board, you know, with a new catcher here to help him understand our system and get him to understand each individual pitcher and what their particular strengths and limitations are. But probably one of the biggest things of all is really get back to the fundamentals and get back to the basics, because it's been so long since guys have been on a mound, and you really go from day one of spring training till about March 15th of really seeing if you could do some incremental, what do I say, fine-tuning with each individual guy that pitched for us last year. And then once March 15th comes around, you're getting ready for the season. So, for example, for the fans that come down to spring training and you'll get around the bullpens, you'll see us have a line. We actually put a line across the bottom of the strike zone. Well, the batting average at the bottom of the strike zone in the major leagues, when a batter puts the ball in play at the bottom of the knees, is 220. And you take, for example, like Pelfrey, who was 3-1 in September, his batting average at the bottom of the strike zone is somewhere around 190. So trying to get him to understand it, look, just pound the bottom of the strike zone, and we put a line back there in front of the catcher, which really gives feedback. You know, so you know right away, we call it the 220 line. You know, and so when guys are able to pound that bottom of the strike zone, you know, you're going to have significant improvement in performance.